You just never know what these storms do when they interact with land, and we all wait and hold our breath and hope for the very best and all of that. 7,000 National Guard troops have been activated throughout the state of Florida. There are 30,000 others outside of Florida on standby to help when they are called. With me now here in Tampa, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General here in the state of Florida. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Bill.
You've lived here all your life. I imagine there's a little bit of anxiety tonight.
Well, you know, I've lived through many hurricanes since I remember when I was 3 years old, being evacuated with my family. But this is by far the worst we've ever seen. So I'm glad the governor's been out there and that people are listening. Home Depot sold 335,000 sheets of plywood, so people are listening and boarding up their houses.
You were on with us in America's Newsroom 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and you were blasting major companies
Sure was.
for price gouging.
Sure was.
What did you find out about those accusations that you leveled publicly?
Well, a lot of them were very valid. I've had, Bill, to put it in perspective, almost 9,000 as of right now complaints to my price gouging hotline. During a state of emergency, you cannot inflate prices and go after our Floridians, or I'm going to go after you. A majority of them were against Chevron, and I hadn't heard from them. I said, hey, Chevron, contact me.
Yeah. What happened?
Within an hour, the VP was on the phone. He's going to start pulling franchises of the bad actors. They have executives from all over the country out in South Florida going after the bad ones, you know, because a lot of these are franchises. 7-Eleven, for instance, 39 complaints right here in Tampa Bay of them hiking up the prices of water. People desperately need water. And so corporate, I was on a conference call today. 7-Eleven corporate called me, and boy, they stepped up to the plate. They gave $150,000 to the American Red Cross and have so far today delivered 100,000 free bottles of water to Floridians to make up for their bad owners.
That is really good to hear.
They've been amazing.
It is quite touching when you see humans interact with others at a time when they need each other. And I think you've experienced that firsthand here.
Bill, I have. And, you know, you see bad, of course, because that's the nature of my job. I have to police the bad people, but you also see good. Home Depot, they have countless trucks, 40, 50 trucks, loaded up now out of state, waiting until the aftermath to get into our state. We're going to have them escorted by law enforcement to get them down south to help people rebuild. They were selling waters at $2.97. Amazon, they've been great. You know, they had third-party seller problems. They've been incredible. Ashley Furniture reached out to me today and said the family, they are donating over $1 million in furniture to help people rebuild in the aftermath. So we see bad, but we also see a lot of good. The airlines have been amazing as well.
A lot of people are going to need that. Quickly, 13 years ago, a storm was tracking up the west coast of Florida named Charlie and took a right-hand turn well south of here and caused an enormous amount of devastation.
Yes.
What is your feeling as you look at that radar now, following stories like these, storms like these all your life? Do you have a sense or just a guess as to where Irma goes?
Yeah, well, I can listen to the EOC and all our brilliant meteorologists, and that's what I do. But, you know, the sense is a hurricane is completely unpredictable. It wasn't supposed to hit Fort Charlotte, and many people were there. Yet, it took a sudden turn and wiped out an entire community. A family that I loved lost their entire house. So hurricanes are so unpredictable, so people just have to heed warnings. And if you're here, hunker down, stay safe, have waters. Can I mention one thing about generators? Yeah. No one's talking about generators. And Home Depot called and told me this. People, if you have generators, please put them at least 20 feet outside of your house, facing away from your house and your neighbor's house, because so many people have lost their lives due to generators.
That's a great message. Pam, thank you for being here. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And everybody else here in Florida, okay?
Thank you.
You bet. Back to Julie in New York now.